Hey everyone, welcome to my hyunGPT demonstration. I believe this is the third demonstration that we've done, but from the last demonstration we've made a lot of updates. So today I'm going to be giving you a rundown of what hyunGPT is capable of. So let's go ahead and invite hyunGPT into our Discord server. So just press continue, authorize, doesn't need much permissions, just needs permissions to send messages, embed links, etc. Let's just select the wooden blocks here. Alright. So now we have hyunGPT in our Discord server. So most of our users use hyunGPT as for conversations. So I'm just going to get started and demonstrate that. So in order to start a conversation with hyunGPT, we can begin our message with a ping hyunGPT at hyunGPT along with our message. So we can say at hyunGPT, how's it going today? Hey, not bad. What about you? We can say I'm doing fine, just recording a YouTube video. What are you up to? Just a basic conversation to demonstrate what's going on. Just chilling, not much. What kind of video recording? And we can engage in this conversation, just say hyunGPT, oh, it's just a simple demonstration of a Discord bot. Cool, sounds fun. So, as a Discord chatbot, hyunGPT uses context of the conversation in order to determine the best response, and we can show this by saying hyunGPT, from now on, I want you to call me Adam, for example. And hyunGPT will say, okay, sure, Adam. And I'll say, at hyunGPT, what's my name? And he'll remember this for the rest of the time that I talk to him. So another thing that I can do with hyunGPT, just like get general information about what's going on in the world. So just this basic question that I could ask is, what day is it? What time is it? Just two simple questions anybody can answer. And as he's typing, he's thinking. It's Wednesday, and it's 10:57 a.m. And as you can see, it is indeed Wednesday, 10:57 a.m. And for further clarification, we can ask, can you provide me that in a month, day, year, hour, minute format? And that indeed does seem pretty accurate. So some users don't exactly like mentioning bots at the beginning of every single message because it interrupts conversation flow. So we've created this command called session start, which essentially creates a session for the channel. So it's easier shown. So if we run /session start, hyunGPT will respond to every single message that goes into the channel. So instead of having to ping him at the beginning of your message, we can essentially just say something like hi, and he'll come up with a response. Hey, so since our last demonstration, we've also created a new feature called YouTube summarization. So let's say I wanted him to watch this YouTube video, What is ChatGPT in About a Minute by Eye on Tech. And let's see what he thinks of it. Wow, that's really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what it can do. We could also follow up, what does he mean? What do you mean? What was the video about? That wasn't very coherent, but I'm sure he can figure it out. Now, how this feature essentially works is grabs the transcript of the video, feeds it to OpenAI, comes back with a summarization. So here hyunGPT, in his own words, said the video was about ChatGPT, an AI-powered chatbot released by OpenAI. It can carry out a human-like conversation, blah 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 blah. I'm sure you already know, since this isn't exactly new anymore. So that's another thing. So this basically breaks the ice on the first feature of hyunGPT, just general conversation having, like internet access, knowing what day it is, etc., etc. So now let's move on to some of the new slash commands that we've came up with. So let's start with slash ask GPT, which is essentially a slash command that allows you to prompt OpenAI's GPT-4. So let's get started by asking GPT-4 what is the square root of 225, and the answer to that is 15. And let's see what GPT-4 says. The square root of 225 is 15. So not only that, GPT-4, as I'm sure you know, can also do a wide variety of things, such as tell me about ChatGPT. This command is completely free and provides you with completely free access to GPT-4. So ChatGPT is an open source natural language processing, or NLP, model developed by OpenAI. Yada yada yada. So that's our first command that I'm going to go through. So let's talk about our second command. Here, I'll just run the help command so we can have an embed of all our commands. So we have our session commands, which essentially session start, I told you what that does. Session restart essentially clears the memory of what hyunGPT knows. So if I said, hey Hyunjin, call me Adam from now on. Sure thing, Adam. And if I said, what is my name? Your name is Adam. Now, if we run the session restart command, this bonks him in the head, makes him hallucinate, and he cannot remember anything that happened, but he's okay now. So if I said, what is my name? He has suffered from severe amnesia and does not remember that I wanted him to call me Adam. So session end essentially is the opposite of session start. If we run this command, then he will not respond to anything, and you'll have to revert to pinging him at the beginning of each message. So let's go back down here to our section AI commands. So I already went ahead and did ask GPT. Now let's go on to slash imagine, which is essentially a slash command that allows you to generate Midjourney like images. So I'm not exactly your best prompter, so let's just say a Logitech speaker alone and lonely in the middle of a beach. Realistic shot on a Dixon camera. I don't know if that's a real camera. So images usually take 15 to 20 seconds to generate. Could be faster. Depends on how many people are currently generating images. So let's see what it comes up with. And here we have a speaker in the middle of a beach. We can also generate cartoon images. Oops. Minion if it was a cartoon. And now we have somewhat like Minion cartoon. And for people who don't want to use the /imagine command, they could also, in an active session, could say something similar to, could you send me a picture of your favorite min? So essentially gives you smoother dialogue flow, like, yeah. And these images, like I said, usually take 15 to 20 seconds to process and generate. So let's go ahead and move on to our other commands. So we also have our invite command, which essentially generates an invite to the server. And here's Hyunjin's favorite minion. It's very interesting. So this /invite command essentially gives you an invite link to your own server, but I'll also include a link to the description if you'd like to try it out yourself. So besides that, we also have our delete my data command. So if you ever, for any reason, want to delete all of your data off our bot, all of your messages, all of the data, just run /delete my data and confirm. Usually takes a couple of seconds, and my data has successfully been deleted. hyunGPT has nothing on me now, and you can just continue with your day. So that's a pretty much smooth rundown of what we have so far. I hope you enjoyed the demonstration. Yeah, thanks.